Caribbean itself is technically a smaller space. So what you want to do is head to the data space. And we have sites like alexa.com. That was originally a place that we can pull data. Unfortunately, that's no longer there. But we did some research on the top visited websites in Jamaica. This is in 2021. And this gave an understanding for the behavior. Things like office.com, which is folks accessing Microsoft suite of products. You have the banking space being more agile, making sure that their customers have access to their funds. Wikipedia is a must. I'm going to skip number 6 for obvious reasons. People out there spewing Facebook is dead, but that's not the case in the Caribbean. Actually, it's not the case in a lot of places in the world. So don't get fooled by very quick headlines. If you do your research, you realize that Facebook is very relevant to a lot of businesses. Amazon actually makes an appearance in all the Caribbean islands, the major ones, in the top 5, because e-commerce is something consumers are very passionate about. So it's there. But one of the things that I want to highlight is google.com. It shouldn't come as a surprise that it is the number 1 site in the Caribbean. And that's why using Google Trends is the number 1 step for you to understand how to reach a customer, because you need to know how they are searching for things. Can't get any simpler than that. And this is a free tool, trends.google.com, that I use, my team use, we all use, because you can sit down and have a conversation, but if the data doesn't reflect that's what people are searching for, then you're gonna be like, why is this not working? And I actually had a sales meeting with a prospective client who was doing massive ad campaigns out of the US for the Caribbean, and they had very low click-through rate and engagement, and I showed him why based on some of the stuff we saw in Google Trends, and he was completely shocked, because this is real-time data. The data doesn't tell any lies. Let's go in the tech company, right? In tech space, software as a service, and you're out here going to give small businesses relief for whatever service you're providing to them. And we're looking at Barbados in the past 5 years. As you can see, software in general, SaaS in general, is not something people search for. But when we are searching for particular things, it usually is associated with a problem. So let's talk about insurance, because that's a service, not necessarily something you can see, but it's something that people need to have, obviously, for their car, for their health. And if you look at the last 5 years in Barbados, always look for these spikes, right? You've seen a spike here in 2021. Why are people searching for insurance in Barbados, and why was there a spike there? So let's scroll down and look at the sub-region, which means that there were enough people searching across Barbados and St. Michael, which is one of the most densely populated parishes in Barbados. So that's why it's number 1. But then let's look at the companies that are being associated with the word insurance in Barbados. This is very interesting. I'm very fascinated by the fact that Geico is number 5. I don't know why. But renters insurance seems to have been very popular over the last 5 years, and I can make some assumptions on that. I could, tie that back into people being more conscious of, people losing their jobs, and landlords are like, okay, what do I do to make sure that I get back my money? Or it could be a case of, people renting for the first time and need to understand what that liability means for them. But data tells a story, and as someone who is trying to reach a particular audience, you need to understand that data and look to see what the story is being told.